Hi, I'm Erik Voss, and everything we know about the Avengers' confrontation with Thanos could have changed with the new release of never-before-seen concept art depicting alternate versions of Infinity War, and perhaps some imagery that could inspire Avengers 4. All the art came in this book, and it's big. I actually had to find someone over the age of 40 to explain what a book even is, but I'm gonna single out a few key images that show totally alternate versions of the final battle against Thanos and explain what these could mean. Spoiler warning in case I get anything right and it ruins your life somehow. Now, the first thing I find interesting is the design of Thanos' fight with Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, and the Guardians on Titan. For me, this was the most well-designed sequence of the film, because we got to see Thanos use the Infinity Stones in a variety of interesting ways, sometimes in combination, and all the heroes complement these attacks with unique powers of their own. It never felt like anyone was less useful than the others or sidelined. Everyone ended up landing key blows at different times, and everyone was overpowered at other times, and everything had weight. Looking at the art that went into designing the sequence, you can see how much creativity was needed to pull this off. And the art that got left on the cutting room floor is even more interesting. Notice Doctor Strange in these images. In an interview for this book, one of the artists singled out Strange as the most pivotal character in this sequence, and they called his fight with Thanos the Wizard Duel. At one point, this duel was going to feature Doctor Strange touching Thanos' forehead to put him in a trance. And the move looks a lot like the one that the Ancient One used on Strange in Doctor Strange when she spun him off through various realities. And some of the other photos confirm that some version of that Doctor Strange imagery was intended to be part of this duel. You can see Strange and Thanos fighting in some interdimensional tunnel with the shards of the mirror dimension surrounding them. Thanos appears to be in between this space and another surface on the far right, a flat plane that looks a lot like that eyeball portal that Strange zipped through on his Magical Mystery Tour. Essentially, it sounds like Doctor Strange was gonna try to disorient Thanos, the same way that the Ancient One disoriented him, which would be a very smart tactic because magic and the mystic arts is one form of power that Thanos, even with 4 Infinity Stones, might not fully comprehend. Now, there's another concept art image showing Thanos fighting the full group, with him using one of his Infinity Stones, the placement suggests the Mind Stone, to blast these astral projection forms out of their physical bodies. If you look closely, each of these forms show the heroes out of armor. Like Peter Quill has his mask removed, and Tony Stark is wearing normal clothes, and you can see Peter Parker's face. Now, I know it wouldn't make sense for Thanos to have the Mind Stone yet, unless there was an old version of the story where he got it from Vision before fighting the others on Titan. Also, this stone looks a little blue to me, suggesting that it could be the Space Stone. Either way, one of Thanos' moves at one point during the development process was going to be using a stone to depower each of the Avengers, or maybe extracting their minds or their souls from their bodies. But let's move on to the final showdown in Wakanda, which to me has the most interesting alternate ending. According to this art, originally Thanos was going to face all of the Wakanda Avengers at once, with them dogpiling on him and trying to hold him down, similar to the way that the Titan Avengers did. In this case, Cap, Black Panther, Groot, Black Widow, and the Hulk, not suffering from performance anxiety in this version, but in his full green form instead of Banner and the Hulkbuster armor, all restraining Thanos while Thor comes in with Stormbreaker. Apparently it would have played out the same, Thor hitting Thanos in the chest, Thanos saying, "You should have gone for the head," and snapping, but in this case, the snap would have happened perfectly in frame with Thor as well as Cap, Nat, and the Hulk. Several Avengers at once would react with shock to that moment. It seems like the filmmakers reassigned this cool team-up restraint image to the battle on Titan, and instead Thanos' charge on Wakanda was more of a direct death march, with Thanos swatting down each Avenger one by one. And that makes his final moment with Thor smaller and more intimate. The way we see it in the final cut of the film, it feels like these two are the last two beings on Earth, and it briefly frames the entire Infinity War story as a tale of two heroes, Thor and Thanos, Theros, each on a journey to complete a Nidavellian weapon to, in their eyes, save the universe. The fact that Thanos is victorious in this moment makes the entire movie his story. Thanos does have more screen time than any other character in this movie. Then again, he's not totally the hero because his shirtless shots were left out of the movie. Damn. That said, I think that these visuals suggest that Thor's redemption from this defeat would play a bigger role in the next Avengers movie. You gotta get this book, because so much of the concept art here centers around Thor, like his alternate looks, the storyboards of his opening fight with Thanos, and the forging of Stormbreaker. Now, there's a lot more I could say about this, but I actually want to dig deep into this in another video. But my question for you here is, would you have preferred the Wakanda battle to be more exciting as it is in this concept art, or do you prefer the more intense Thanos fight being on Titan as it was in the movie? Comment down below with your thoughts, and follow New Rockstars on Twitter and Instagram at New Rockstars. And for my personal weird ramblings, follow me on Twitter and Insta at EA Voss. And if you happen to live in the LA area, guys, you gotta come see my Marvel parody show show Infinity Fan before Marvel finds out about it and sues me. It's got everything. It's got an Infinity Gauntlet, it's got the Iron Spider armor, it's got a Stan Lee cameo. Actually, the whole thing is kind of a Stan Lee cameo. Look, you just gotta come and see it to understand it. It's on Friday, November 16th, 8 p.m. Acme Theater, North Hollywood. Ticket info in the description below. And subscribe to this channel for more breakdowns of everything Marvel and Avengers related. And sooner or later, we're gonna do an explanation of what exactly a book is. Apparently, you just open it and you turn the pages like, ow! Ow, the book hurt me! Oh, I hate books!